Ikoro, Ijaws attack Binis in Obazuwa. It was hell let loose when indigenous of Obazuwa in Ovia, northeast local government area of Edo State, on the 17th December 2020 at about 5 p.m. suddenly saw two Toyota Sienna cars screeched to a halt at the center of the main street in the community. The drivers made U-turns and started shooting at different directions. The people were scared to their wits and scampered for safety, some getting injured in the process. The resident did not know what was responsible for the sudden attacks and as such had to seek safety first. It was like a Boko group phenomenon that is often replicated in northern Nigeria. Some of the women flapped their breasts, took their children, and ran into the bushes. The guns continued booming. An old man who was seated and resting his back against a pear tree made effort to leave the open space fast, but slipped and fell heavily as a result of the heavy downpour the previous night. Elsewhere, two streets were completely devoid of human activities and many fled to neighboring Igbobi, Egba, and Egbolakpa community. But some courageous young ones went closer to observe the situation and identify the assailants as Ijaws from nearby Ikoro. They came into the village from the end and seized the intersection by the Enoge of Obazuwa, His Royal Highness Prince Edu Ekezua's palace, just before you enter the village from Ikoro. Soon, the news circulated round the village of the presence of militants, but the citizens in opposition for fear of being casualties. They destroyed the street like a colossus and embarked on beating up those they could lay their hands on, women and children, using cutlasses and akai, the traditional Ijaw fishing spear. However, some relative small Obazuwa elements summoned courage to raise the alarm from a safe distance and started a feeble resistance. There was a combination of force by many residents, including non-indigenous, because the Ijaws were up to something sinister. Retrospectively, on the third day of June 2011, when Obazuwa women were demarcating a portion of land measuring 3,000 square feet and they were pounced upon suddenly. No exchange of hot words. The Ijaws descended on them with machetes, fishing spears, akai, automatic guns, and sticks. At the end of the attack, one Obazuwa man sustained a deep cut on his arm and lost two veins that were stitched at the hospital. Six motorcycles were destroyed while many in the village sustained other degrees of injuries. Three were abducted and taken down to Ikoro and tied down at the Egbesu war deity shrine and beaten to a pulp. The Ijaws took the trio later to the town hall and flogged them mercilessly with a cutlass. One of them, an elder, fainted when he couldn't bear the punishment any longer. The abductors placed a 4-liter jerrycan of petrol and a box of matches by their sides while they were about taking them away to be burnt. A police team arrived with an overpowering gun duel. The police came in the niche and time and rescued them from evil men. 6 men arrested in the process were charged to Okada Magistrate Court and given a 5-month sentence each. So the boys vowed never to allow such condition before them anymore, which the previous episode took them unaware. The hunters mobilized their den guns and knocked out and begins to fire back at them. Thanks to the mobile system of telephone, news circulated quickly among the indigenous living in Benin City and Binis, generally in communities in the Benin Ekehua axis, that Ijaws have invaded Obazuwa, the seat of an Enogia duke. In about an hour, succor came the away of the besieged serene village. When the attackers saw that they couldn't gain control of Obazuwa, they withdrew and went back to Ikoro. Their fireworks went into the dead night before there was a relative calm. Thank you for listening to this news. Wow, this is more or less like bandits attack. In fact, if not that the name was mentioned, the Benin people or the Edos we think and believe that it was bandits that attacked them. That's how the whole thing will look like. Because with the kind of attack and torture given to them, beating them with cutlass and placing a jerrycan filled with petrol and taking them out to be set ablaze. No, come on. It's more or less like the bandit, because it's only the bandit that can do a wicked thing of sort like that. An ordinary person or an ordinary Nigerian will not have such a heart to do such a devilish and evil thing. It's evil. It's evil. It's evil. Let's tell ourselves the truth. It's evil. These people has overdone, and it's not welcomed. So at least this is a warning, at least a lesson to the people of Benin to always stay away from such people. See, I used to tell some person that community fight is worse. You see why I say community fight is worse than country fight. You can see what this community fight almost cost these people. You see that it's not good at all. It's not good. The one shouldn't pray to experience community fight, because community fight used to be more bloody, and it can lead to a complete wiping off of a community. And that is how the fight will keep spreading and spreading and spreading and spreading. Before you know it, will now involve the other community. After involving this community, to involve the other community. Just like that, to not be community to community, community to community, community to community. Until it will not lead to the whole village fight, which is not good. It's not good. Understand? It doesn't all go well. So, my dear viewers, to be frank and sincere to us, it's not encouraging. These fights that just occurred in Benin is not an encouraged one, and one doesn't pray that it repeats itself, at least. And to God be the glory for the quick intervention of the mobile policemen, because if not for the quick intervention of their presence, I'm afraid these men would have succeeded in setting these men ablaze. I'm telling you, it's not a joke matter. They would have succeeded, because with the way they were torturing them, they can do that. They would do it. You understand? So let us desist from community war or community fight of this kind, because it will do us no good. Instead, it will cause more harm on us than good. Alright? So my lovely and caring viewers, whom I used to rely on and believe on anytime, any day, I call on your presence to please come in and air your own opinion. Okay? Please deem it free to click on the subscribe button as well as the bell buttons to get updated whenever we upload any new videos. Thank you.